is a cursed land. You have to be mad to settle here.
Hi, Zizaran here with another video, and in this video I'm going to discuss should the Kingsmarch and the auction house / gold go core, and what are my thoughts on this, what are some pros, what are some cons. So this is just me like airing out my thoughts, that kind of video. So if that sounds like the kind of video for you, then well, stay tuned. If not, we do have a lot of other guides and stuff on my YouTube channel. Do you want to bring some color and excitement to your walls and show off your interests and hobbies? Displate makes that possible with their awesome metal posters. Not only do they look vibrant and amazing, but they also are incredibly easy to set up. No longer do you have to drill holes in your walls, as every displate is attached by a magnetic sticker. After applying a protective layer, you stick this magnet to your wall. It makes it extremely easy to adjust and swap your displates out. It's so simple even I can do it. Displates come in all shapes and sizes, with a focus on being customizable and collectible. They offer a countless unique and licensed artwork, including the Gauntlet collection. You can find all of the Gauntlet designs that we have created for each event with the different artists with different versions suited to your personal taste. Head on over to display.com and use code Zizaran at checkout for a unique discount on your orders and these amazing metal posters. And I've had a huge display thing made on my wall behind me that is also for sale, as well as the individual soldiers. Check it out and look how cool it looks. Displates are not yet edible, so please don't try eating them. We did recently get the Kingsmarch, and for those that are maybe skipping this league, so this is the Kingsmarch, and we have farming, we have disenchanting, we have smelting, we have shipping, we have map devices, and mining. And we do have a rune crafting bench as well. So the miners, a lot of people have been wondering, are they worth upgrading to level 10, etc.? Mine are always out of ore, and they aren't actually charging me a wage when they're out, so I'm definitely always upgrading everything to level 10. There could probably be value in having some boat teams, not 10. Like, I'm wanting definitely one full team of level 10s that are going to be doing big shipments, but then I'm going to have two smaller teams that they don't need to be as much wage, just for short journeys. Now, it is very important, try to notice you don't want disenchanting or the mapping as another job, because they will up the thing massively. Like, you'll notice like some of the cheaper ones are the ones that don't have, they're not overqualified. Here you can see like, even though it's 9 and some of the other ones have very low wage, it's because it has mapping level 6 as well. It's more expensive. So I am looking for new ones. The mapping level 10 mappers are very strong. I definitely want more of those so that I can run tier 16s better. So now you can see I actually have 4 level 10 mappers. I don't have all 6 yet, but I definitely do want a 6 team that can run corrupted red maps and maybe tier 17s. And these are really cool. I definitely like the entire Kingsmarch system. And then farmers are very important to get level 10, right? They're just passive income all the time. This is what I've set up so far. 2 Xanthium. These works well for me, I think. So should this go core? It is honestly not that much busy work as much as I thought. It's a lot of work early on trying to figure it out and stuff, and maybe a lot of work with the boats. But I really like it. It is really cool. I've thought a lot during the league, like, man, it would be so cool if this was more complicated, but then it would be more work, right? Choosing builds, choosing gear for these people. It is really cool. What I've come to the conclusion is this is what Path of Exile Mobile should be. I was actually saying that for a long time when I first saw Path of Exile Mobile. Like, I don't really like ARPGs on phones. So my suggestion is, why don't they make more like something like Fallout Shelter? And that's effectively what this is in a little bit of a way. I think this would make an absolute amazing mobile game where there you can have it be more complicated, where you could choose their builds, etc. And I wouldn't be surprised to see more games like that coming out. But I think that'd be really cool. Should it go core is such a difficult system question, because I don't know. I don't know if the Kingsmarch itself is particularly good to go core. I think a lot of things like the auction house definitely does need to go core. I think people are going to riot, especially on softcore, if it doesn't. I don't personally think there's a huge reason to have a item auction house in-game. I think this is a really, really good middle ground, and instant buyout of items isn't as needed, and it probably will be a shit ton more work for them. So the way that is with the third-party pathofexile.com/trade right now, I'm personally very happy with that. I don't know if you guys are. Feel free to discuss that in the comments. But this already alleviates so many of the issues. Buying some fragments, buying some divines, and it's a crazy way where you can. Early on, I haven't talked about this that much until now, but early on, I noticed that the ratios of divines on pathofexile.com/trade and the auction house were way off. So I was just like buying and selling divines on the auction house, and I made like 30 divines on the first 2 days. That's how I made my early currency. I was just buying and selling divines. And you could do that with other items too. I didn't bother looking too much into it, but I had spare gold. So I was like, if I buy and sell 2 divines, I've made an extra divine for myself. That's how extreme it was on hardcore trade. And I would have buy orders up for cheaper things as well. So buying scarabs for cheaper and stuff like this was really, really profitable. Setting buy orders up. So definitely a cool addition to the game. And it doesn't end up being so destructive as other games would have it in the start, like World of Warcraft or RuneScape, where you have like dedicated flippers as much, because it does require a decent amount of gold. So you do still have to play the game. So I definitely felt like I couldn't just sit here in my hideout doing this, but I could make some profit by being smart. So honestly, very happy with the auction house. Absolutely should go core. A lot more useful for softcore than hardcore, because it is kind of dead on hardcore by comparison. I really do like the Kingsmarch though. So I'm wondering, I would love to see them find a way to have it go core. The thing is, normally when a mechanic goes core, it becomes a lot worse, right? It becomes like you see it 10 times less, etc. And I don't know if that works with the Kingsmarch. I would probably just love to see them lean into the Kingsmarch more and having that a big part of the game, because it is such a wonderful mechanic. I think it's really cool. I love having the mappers come back. I love having Sea Valor and stuff come back. The biggest atrocity for me of the Kingsmarch is that we can't name things ourselves. Being able to name the boats would be so big. I have no idea why we can't do that. And being able to name individual people would be so good. Like sending Steel Mage to the mines and Quinn 69 into Reflect Map would just be fucking hilarious. And getting notifications of people that you care about in real life, maybe like having died or brought back cool stuff, would be absolutely super fun. Definitely wish that was the thing. But that is currently not a thing. The enchants also are really, really cool and should potentially go core, although this could also just be borrowed power. I would be fine with that. I was hoping some of the enchants, there's like 5 enchants that are really good, but I would have liked to see a bit more variety in what can have the enchants on them. I think that's a little too restrictive right now. There's some things that would be really cool if could work on axes and bows, etc., that currently can't. What would change if Kingsmarch was in the game regularly? I don't know. Obviously, the gold is also really good for early game respecs. The late game respecs, we have basically infinite regrets. I have 1,500 while spamming it. So the end game respecs are good, and gold is prohibitively expensive for end game respecs. But it is very good for early, where it's like 17 gold per node or something, so it's free, which is really good. It solves PoE's early respec system, and it makes it a lot more viable to actually play around with a build on your own. So very good there. I do know a developer once said, players are really good at identifying problems, but not good at finding solutions. And I find myself a little bit at that, where I would love to see the Kingsmarch go core. It is such a cool and beautiful mechanic, but I'm worried that it would be too much busy work. Maybe they could have that you only care about levels for... That makes it so easy to find people, though. The thing is, like, upgrading everything every league would probably annoy people. Upgrading everything and getting new people every league is something I could see annoying people. So if the mechanic goes core, maybe it's something that should be dumbed down. Because if it is the way it is now, it ends up being another heist where for the people that want to do it, you do have to upgrade everything and do that everything. But if this mechanic is core and there's nothing that you really have to do out of the ordinary, you're just farming gold passively anyway, it becomes you're stupid for not doing it, and it's a mandatory grind newly. So I don't know what the solution is there. I would personally really love to see it go core, but in a way that it's not annoying. So I really don't have a good suggestion for that, I have to admit. So I wouldn't be surprised if just the auction house goes core. The other stuff is scrapped. Either way, love what they've done. Really cool league. I thought it would be a lot less fun and a lot worse because it looked like something that was so much busy work. I don't find that it has been. And like every time Sea Valor comes back, I'm like, Sea Valor! But I would like to rename it though, even though I love Sea Valor. The gold has also been like It's sort of okay depending on what you're doing. It's okay for people spamming tier 16s and 17s. It's not okay for people doing side content. So it's been a little rough. Either way, that's my thoughts on the boats and everything. So if you liked the video, let me know in the comments down below what you think. But either way, try to die less than I do.